Hello viewers, thanks for joining us on this edition of Tabloid. Today, Tuesday 11, we begin with Cameroon Tribune. The National Bilingual Cameroon Tribune talks about Parliament's full session. It talks about parliamentarians and senators rounding off works of the third ordinary session of the legislative year last Saturday. This led to the adoption of the state budget for the 2024 fiscal year after integrating certain amendments of the opposition. It adds that despite some heated exchanges, the National Assembly and Senate equally approved 7 other bills in mining, diplomatic, security, and financial sectors. You can have a read of that story and other resolutions taken on pages 8 and 9 of the National Daily Cameroon Tribune. We continue with the Guardian Post newspaper, the Lone English News Daily, which writes, Dampulo MTN affair, GCAM boss sides with MTN, faults Cameroon's justice system. Tembang Solomon says that the tussle between continentally acclaimed and respected Cameroonian businessman El Haj Baba Amadou Dampulo and MTN Cameroon has taken yet another twist. This time, the president of the Cameroon Employees Organization, known by its French acronym GCAM, Celestin Tawamba, has been faulted for questioning a decision by the Cameroonian court to freeze MTN Cameroon's account. Tawamba, in a communique dated December 1, 2023, had questioned the Cameroonian justice system, which he accuses of issuing decisions taken in violation of the law. Get the full story on page 3 of the English newspaper, The Guardian Post. We continue with Eco News, Le Quotidien Eco News, and it writes, the economic-based outlet Quotidien Eco News pens as headline story, supplying service stations with super, Serenity returns. Going by the release from the Minister of Water Resources and Energy, Gaston Elundu Esomba, yesterday, December 11, tankers were loaded and they hit the road to different areas of the country to ensure the steady supply of the precious liquid to the population. The paper adds that these announcements should put an end to the fuel shortage situation, which has caused long queues in front of filling stations. If you would like to have a full story, if you want to know about the full story, do well to read the pages 3 and 4 of the Daily Eco News, as it attempts to answer questions concerning the fuel situation, and it brings up the causes that arose this situation in the first place. We continue with Le Jour newspaper. The Daily comes back to the fuel shortage situation. Cameroonians started feeling its impact already as businesses have been on the standstill, notably those running public transportation businesses. Inhabitants of some cities in Cameroon, in the likes of Yaoundé, Douala and Bafoussam, the paper says, have raised complaints due to the trickle-down service. That is, they are gradually benefiting from the fuel supply as time goes by. Despite the increase in transportation fare within 24 hours, the paper highlights a few government promises that comes after the Minister of Water and Energy Resources, after the release yesterday. Do well to have the details of that story as you buy a copy of Le Jour newspaper and read from pages 2 to 3. Le Quotidien Eco Santé writes, bedbugs, here is how to avoid them. The paper says that at the end of a meeting held yesterday, December 11, by the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manauda Malashi, representatives of the World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, measures to protect oneself from these insects emerged. The following recommendations were given. It says you should carefully clean furniture found in the street or purchased among imported stuff before taking them home. Cross-check luggage when returning from a trip at home or abroad, and carefully wash clothes with hot water if possible at 60 degrees, whether they are worn or not. These and more recommendations are listed on page 5 of the daily Eco Santé. We round off this press review segment with ladies news, the Bilingual Weekly, in its advocacy to empower women, and it captions 16 days of activism against violence perpetrated on women and girls. Consup says stop to femicide. It says the minister delegate at the presidency of the republic in charge of high state control, Mba Ache Rose, was in company of some members of government and civil society actors to spearhead this drive at the Roundtable Conference. It was on the occasion of the 17th edition of the global campaign called 16 Days of Activism Inflicted on Women and Girls. That was on December 8, 2023 at the State Superior Control Headquarters. Details of that story are found on page 6 of Ladies News. And that was it for our press review. Thanks for watching, and do have a profitable day in company of programs on CLTV News. Have a good day.